The Chelsea star broke the silence over the failure of the transfer of Saudi Arabia. Hakim Ziyech openly responded to the claim that he failed in Al Nassr's medical examination after the debated transfer was not realized, but right when the agreement was likely to be closed, a report appeared that claimed that the agreement had failed. The transfer failed as a result, but Ziyech reacted to the idea that he had problems in his knees. On Instagram, he posted a photo of his feet on a soccer field, with the caption, "Knee has a problem," accompanied by laughter emojis. It seems that Ziyech is still a surplus for the requirements, and it looks like he will not trade with Chelsea next season. Chelsea want to sign finisher £25 million. The new Chelsea era is now running firmly following the official launch of Mauricio Pochettino on weekends and the arrival of other new players. With Nicholas Jackson joined Christopher Nkunku to move to Stamford Bridge, the Blues might land other talented players in Flamengo teenager Matheus Franca. According to the Daily Mail, Chelsea are looking to sign Franca this summer as part of the £25 million agreement with a heavyweight Brazilian Flamengo. The 19-year-old player is already familiar with big clubs, having previously been mentioned as the target of the top two La Liga Barcelona and Real Madrid. Mauricio Pochettino has revealed that he wants leaders or captains. The current captain of the club sees her as Pilicueta, but he is expected to join Atletico Madrid and there are several important candidates to inherit the captain's tires, but Pochettino has issued a call to his squad to advance and become a leader. Pochettino said, "We need a leader in every area and we will encourage everyone to give the best and give the best for the club. If we are all together, we will be very strong. We have an extraordinary squad and will surely bring players with commitments who want to be part of it too. With fans and everyone, we can find more ways to be successful." Chelsea have not made a decision regarding the captain's tire, with the move of Pilicueta has not been completed, but the possibility of deputy captain Thiago Silva will take this role. Chelsea encouraged to sign the target Manchester United, Diogo Costa. After releasing the second-layer goalkeeper Edouard Mendy to the Saudi Pro League club expert, Chelsea joined Manchester United in a race to recruit Porto stars Diogo Costa. The Red Devils have long been at the forefront to get the signature of the 23-year-old player, but the Blues recently appeared as a candidate to recruit Diogo Costa. New manager Mauricio Pochettino really wants to find a more reliable goalkeeper ahead of the 2023-24 season to replace Kepa Arrizabalaga. Although returning to Anigra Bagu's Stamford Bridge towards the end of last season, the mistakes of Spanish players in the past were still threatening to destroy his career in London. Pochettino has identified Costa as the perfect successor, but apart from the luxurious Chelsea expenditure under new management, they are still trying to reduce the price of the Portugal goalkeeper. It seems that Super Jorge Mendes' agent has received permission to mediate the move of players to London. Two things that Nicholas Jackson will increase in Chelsea next season. 1. Attacking creativity and use. One of the things that Jackson can improve at Stamford Bridge next season is the creativity of attacking the club. This attacker is not only the number 9 traditional player, because he is also an inventory in the end of the field. He descended far to midfield, so that made some of his opponents come out of his position, and this created opportunities for his teammates to exploit small space in attack. Jackson is also very cunning with the ball on his feet, and his operation in the attack is quite accurate, too. Nicholas Jackson will increase the skill of scoring Chelsea goals, judging from Chelsea's performance in terms of scoring goals last season in the Premier League. It can be mentioned that the Blues only scored 38 goals in 38 matches, which on average 1 goal per match. This is where Jackson came in because of his extraordinary greatness. His vision in front of goal is also extraordinary. Scored 12 goals in 34 matches for Villarreal last season. According to Squawka, the Banjul-born striker has the best conversion level among all the players who scored 6 goals plus non-identification in La Liga last season. If Jackson can collaborate with inventory attackers such as Christopher Nkunku in attack, this couple can help Chelsea in fighting for many trophies next season. Chelsea are ready to make a big boost to recruit Diogo Costa. Mauricio Pochettino started his first official day at Cobham yesterday. Even though a lot of work was done behind the scenes, one of the squad areas that the Blues can fix is the goalkeeper. With the departure of Mendy eastward to Saudi Arabia, according to reports in Portugal, that's what they planned with Diogo Costa in their view. Chelsea insisted on bringing in FC Porto goalkeeper Diogo Costa. The Blues talent search department was very impressed with the 23-year-old player. The only real problem with the agreement is the price requested by Porto, 75 million. The Portuguese club wants the fee to be paid in advance, but the player's agent, Jorge Mendes, is working to find a solution. Costa was happy in Porto, however, of course, he would not oppose moving to the Premier League. Chelsea don't want to sell Chalobah to Newcastle. Mauricio Pochettino's Chelsea reportedly did not want to sell Newcastle United's target, Trevoh Chalobah. According, Newcastle United are interested in contracting Trevoh Chalobah from the Chelsea Premier League rivals in the summer transfer window. The report claimed that Newcastle had registered interest in the 23-year-old player. However, Chelsea want to maintain Chalobah and don't want to sell £50,000 per week to Newcastle or other clubs interested in him. West Ham United, Crystal Palace, and Inter Milan are also interested in the young British player, who can operate as a central defender or as a defensive midfielder. In our opinion, Newcastle United will find it difficult to contract Trevoh Chalobah if Chelsea don't want to sell it in the summer transfer window. Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest, and West Ham asks about the availability of Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi, sent to Bayer Leverkusen last summer with a loan agreement for 1 season, he failed to fulfill expectations during his loan period at Payet and still failed with the Xabi Alonso team in the Bundesliga. Now this summer, his future at Stamford Bridge under Chelsea's new manager Mauricio Pochettino is doubtful, and it is recommended that the attacker is interested in leaving London's close in the ongoing transfer window. In his efforts to play the first-team soccer regularly, British players have not lacked this summer applicant, and a number of Premier League clubs such as Nottingham Forest, West Ham United and Crystal Palace have asked questions about him. Forest survived in the Premier League last season, and boss Steve Cooper felt Hudson-Odoi could be a powerful attacker for next season. Meanwhile, West Ham is also difficult, but Europa League football is the agenda of this season, which might tempt the winger. Crystal Palace has lost Wilfried Zaha and might see Hudson-Odoi as his successor. It is unclear where the Chelsea player will end, but he has an option to survive in the Premier League, with Fulham also joined. Chelsea struggled to defeat Newcastle United in the signing of the Southampton player. Chelsea tried to recruit wingback Valentino Livramento from Southampton only 2 years after selling it to the South Coast side. Newcastle has rejected several offers for wingback in recent weeks. The Magpies initially offered £12 million before raising it to £21 million, although Southampton remained firm and refused this approach. According to the Daily Mail, Southampton assessed that the 20-year-old player worth £38 million, even though the club was relegated to the Championship for next season. The Saints only rented him for £8 million in 2021, although the agreement included a recurrence and sales clause. The Athletic reported, therefore, Chelsea can contract Livramento at a price of less than £38 million, with Mail also suggested that the Blues will lend it back to Southampton for 1 more season so that he can continue its development. Brighton has decided they surrendered to sign the 20-year-old Manchester City target. Brighton and Hove Albion reportedly has decided to leave a potential transfer agreement for Manchester City's target Levi Colwill. Last week, Evening Standard reported that City watched Colwill, who Brighton was willing to spend £40 million to stay away from Chelsea, because he had not yet decided whether his future would be at Stamford Bridge or not. But now, the Manchester club has been given a potential encouragement for their chances of being able to get the possibility of an agreement for the 20-year-old player. According to the latest report, Seagulls has decided to stay away from making a potential agreement for Colwill, which spent last season on loan at the South Coast club, and focused on recruiting Ajax defender Calvin Bassey. Instead, during his time with the Roberto De Zerbi team, defender made 22 senior performances for the club. Chelsea submitted €75 plus €10 million offers for Moises Caicedo. The offer, according to a journalist from television service funded by Ecuador, TC Television, is worth a total of €85 million, with €75 million in advance, but with the right structure and provisions of payment is still under discussion. But it sounds like progress, and with Arsenal is almost invisible now, they will sign Declan Rice. Chelsea may be the only game in the city for Brighton to collect a lot of money. Obviously, 80M is still a lucrative amount, but closer to how much we are willing to pay and how much Brighton was originally sought. Assuming this report approached the truth, of course, Chelsea offers £75 million. Another £10 million transfer value from Moises Caicedo offered to be paid with installments agreed upon by the conversation at the time, how and when to collect a total transfer value of £85 million. Andre Santos gave a leak that Angelo Gabriel would join Chelsea. Andre Santos seems to be too early to confirm the signing of Angelo Gabriel on social media. The 18-year-old winger has been much linked to the move to Stamford Bridge recently because Todd Boehly wants to fill the Chelsea squad with some of the most interesting young players in the world, according to Evening Standard. Chelsea is in further talks to sign Wonder Kid in an agreement worth around £15 million. Gabriel has long been considered one of the top prospects in Brazil, and West London residents hoping he can follow in the footsteps of Neymar, who also gets his title in Santos, if Chelsea can complete an agreement for Gabriel. It still needs to be seen whether he will join the first team, U21, or Strasbourg's new affiliate club. However, Santos's latest message in social messages showed that his compatriot would join him under the Payung Bluesco 22 Limited. On Instagram, the 19-year-old midfielder posted a photo of him during the first training session Mauricio Pochettino in Cobham. In the comments column, Gabriel posted 2 blue emojis. With a blue heart emoji, Santos only answered, "See you later."